Patriots, paisa julle. Paisa julle. Paisa julle. Hoe staan julle? Hoe staan julle? Thank you, Patriots. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to start by telling you that our country needs help. Our country is dying. Our country needs good leadership. Our country no longer has a vision. Our country no longer has a plan. There's no more leadership that's inspiring in this country. While other people in other countries are developing things, we still struggle with the problems of load shedding, problems that should have been fixed 18 years ago. Load shedding has been with us more than 15 years in this country. So, reluctantly, I've lifted my hand up and I said I'm going to stand and I want to be part of the race for the next president of South Africa in 2024. And I'm going to be part of that race. But we've heard people lift up their hands and they didn't tell us what they're going to do. They say we're going to create jobs, but they never told us how. They say we're going to change your lives. They never told us how. I'm here today to come and tell you exactly 6 of the things I will be doing and the team I'll be leading, what is it we'll be doing. Number 1, I want the world to know unapologetically, without an apology, what I stand for as a person and the party I represent. Number 1 on the list, day 1 in the union buildings, I shall be bringing God back into our schools, into our lives, into what we are standing for. God is the center of everything. If scripture is very clear that he who builds and God is not in the center of it is wasting his time. In my mother language it says, die bouwer wat bou en die Here is nie in die middel nie, bou te vergeefs. God has never been in the center in South Africa. We are not going to have moments of silence. We're going to pray. Because we know who our God is. And anybody that is not for that, I am not ashamed for the world to know that he is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the beginner and the finisher of our faith. And I'm bringing God back, not only in schools, but in the workplace, in our everyday lives. There shall be programs dedicated to God and to God alone in the school system. That is number 1. Number 2, I don't want people to be confused. I will, without a doubt, no shame, no doubt, no hesitation, I shall mass deport all illegal foreigners in this country. So it's easy to say that you shall mass deport people. How are we going to mass deport people? First and foremost, we are going to give all businesses in this country an ultimatum. You have 3 days to fire all illegal foreigners in your workplace, or we will take your license as government and we will close your business because South Africans don't have jobs. How can illegal foreigners have jobs? Once we've dealt with the illegal foreigner issue, the army is sitting there doing nothing. They must come and help us to remove. There shall be citizens removal of illegal immigrants in Hillbrow, in Sunnyside, in Yeovil. We shall bring the sign back in our areas and they must go home. When we are done with the illegal foreigners, we are coming to the legal foreigners that don't have a special skill. Let me elaborate. You cannot be a foreigner here that's legally here, and you are a nurse, you are a teacher, while there are nurses that is sitting in El Dorado Park, that is sitting in Galvandale, that is sitting in Alexandra, that is sitting in Langa, that is sitting in Guguletu, that are sitting in Heidedal, that are sitting all over South Africa without a job. But the foreigner, because he speaks nice English, must be hired. They must also go home. We are not going to take, there shall be no shop in the townships that an illegal foreigner will run. Because this industry, we all grew up knowing this industry belonged to our parents and great-grandparents. Today, they can poison all of us if they decide to poison us, because they've taken over the industry. The day the votes get counted is the vote day. They must start counting the stock and start packing the stock, because they are going home. They are going home. They are going home. They are going home. There will not be one. No bribe, no political connection will save an illegal foreigner under my presidency. They are going home and go and fix their countries while we fix our countries. It is a fix for a country and a fix for a country. We'll let them go and fix because we are busy fixing, so it's a fix for a fix. We shall talk when we are fixed and they are fixed and everything is fixed. Then we shall speak. Number 3. No, it's a fix for a fix. A fix for a fix. If you have a Somalian boyfriend or a Nigerian boyfriend or a Chinese boyfriend, my brother, if you have a girlfriend there, I've got very good advice for you. Get your visa ready, because you are going with your man, but he's not staying here. He is going. Your children that you've made with Somalians must also go and see the land of their father. Everybody must know their fatherland. Let them go. Number 3. I've got 3A and 3B. It shocks me. It shocks me that the current government is bragging of how many people are on welfare. They see it as an achievement. They're bragging that we've got 18 million people on welfare. That's a third of our population. We are becoming a welfare state. We need to stop it right now. So 3A and 3B, what I've learned from the old white people, and I see the fruits of what they have done. I see it in their children today. I have at our family mines, I have white men working there that has not even got standard 6 or grade 8. They didn't finish school, but they have skill. They have mechanical skills. They got cooking skills. They got different kinds of skills. And when you ask them, where did you acquire this skill? They will say to you, at the army, sir. We are paying people to sit at home here and doing nothing every day, and every month go and draw with the SASSA cards. I am saying, as the leader of government, every child at the age of 18 must do national service to their country and go and help their country and go to the army, and we will pay you there, and you can study from the army. You can become a pilot in the army. You can become a medical doctor in the army. You can become a nurse in the army. But you can't become a medical doctor sitting at home. The time has come for us to be straight and to be direct and to be forward looking. You are going to the army, every single one, whether you rich, whether you poor, whether you white, whether you black, whether you gay, whether you straight, you are going to the army. Nobody is not going to the army. We want you to go to the army instead of sitting at home. Go and learn a skill and come back. We don't want Mabena soldiers. Any country can be under attack. Do you think the current crop of people that we have in our army can defend us? We are in trouble, we are vulnerable. We are going there to go and prepare for war, to prepare for any eventuality, that our children must be taught all kinds of skills that the army provides. Our army will be self-sustainable financially very soon, because we will use this big army we have as a peacekeeping force with all the rebel wars happening in Africa. And instead of sending our people there, we'll send a well-trained army to go to help in the rest of Africa. Our army will charge money to go and be peacekeeping forces in other countries. But our children are no longer going to sit and grow up on street corners while there's opportunities in this very rich country. 3B, there's something happening in all small towns. You cannot go to a small town and draw money when it is the day of SASSA. The queues are standing kilometers and kilometers because we are paying 2 billion rands a year as the state to buy condoms. And we give those condoms out at schools and places. When those children don't use that condoms and they fall pregnant, we still give them 550 rands a month per child. We South Africans are paying our children every month to fall pregnant. What type of a nation have we become? That thing will stop. We will pay the children 250 that are not falling pregnant instead of paying children 500 rands that are falling pregnant. Our children are now dreaming about SASSA money. They are 26 years old with 5 children. And they don't even bring up those children. It is the grandmothers and grandfathers that are bringing up those kids with the last money of SASSA. Every child that will not fall pregnant shall get pocket money from the government. When a girl wants to sleep with a boy, with our protection, the boy was like, no, you want me to lose my 250? Let's go and get a condom. Patriots, the matter is deeper than that. Look at the fact that we pay our children to get pregnant. Is that the future we want for our children? Unemployment will come after I've spoken about crime. I'm one of the people in this country that has been a criminal. I grew up committing crimes. I saw the inside of a jail cell at the age of 12 and a half, 13 years. Since then, there's been no intervention for me. I only found intervention when I went to prison, where I exposed the world's biggest prison corruption. And it pains me to say the reasons that took me to jail Those reasons are still there. Nothing has changed for our children for them to stay out of jail. The reasons are even more now for them to go to jail. So I want to speak on a subject that I am an authority on, which is crime. Number one, and unapologetically, every day people are being killed in this country. We are the murder capital of the world. That cannot go on like this. Some of you say you don't want the death penalty until they kill your father, your mother, your brother, or your child. Then you become a death penalty proponent, activist. I'm saying to you, never vote for me, because I am going to kill them. You kill somebody, I kill you. I bring hanging back unapologetically as a doodmaak vir 'n doodmaak, as a moor vir 'n moor. As jy doodmaak, gaan ek jou doodmaak. If you kill, I'm going to kill you. How bola ba tu kito bola ya? I nearly said kito bola onyele, but yeah, even that. We are going to kill you. I was a prisoner and a criminal. I can't listen to white old ladies telling me the death penalty is wrong. It is not a deterrent. What do you know, Oma? Who have you ever tried to kill? Except the flies in the kitchen. We are going to kill you. I will be bringing the death penalty back. If you don't want to be hanged, simple, don't kill people. Then nobody will hang you. So the death penalty is coming back. Crime, there's prisoners that sit in prison like myself, we watch TV. And we like bosses there in jail. Under my government, wardens are reading newspapers the whole day in jail. Just door open, door close. Every prisoner that comes to prison under my rule, you shall work from the morning till the evening. You shall clean the hospitals. You shall clean everywhere. The wardens must guard you. There's no prisoner that will sit in prison. You will work until you drop. You will work and clean the areas that we shall point out to you. You shall paint and you shall get a salary, which one shall pay for two things. It shall pay for your food in jail, and it shall pay for your kids' schooling outside. You are not going to kill us and expect the school system to still look after you. We must take responsibility for this country. So you will not be using taxpayers' money. Where you will work, you will get paid for your food, and you will get paid for your children outside. And while I'm on that issue, there's a lot of men in South Africa that runs away from the responsibility. They make people pregnant and they don't pay maintenance every month. They don't make a cent. Some of the men, particularly in my community, they got golfies, they've got cars. They spend more on their car than they spend on their child. You can't bring up a child with 300 rand support. That is rubbish that shall come to an end. Any man that does not look after his child does not belong in the Patriotic Alliance, because you are part of the problem. You must pay for that child, because that child becomes a criminal because he doesn't know his father. And I want to warn all the old ladies here. You are number one. When your child says this is not his child, then you, with no medical experience, go and look at the child with your bionic eyes, and then you say, I see on second knee, it's not our child. Our ears don't look like that. Our noses don't look like that. You were busy watching Seven the Land when they were in seven heaven making this baby. Bly net stil en aanvaar is jou kind. In the unlikely event that that is not your child that you have brought up, see it as community service. See it as God's work. You have done something good in your life. you brought up another man's child. Because under my government, your child will be my child will be your child. We will go back to the old ways of Ubuntu. For a person is a person because of another person. Number 4. You know, we have a problem. Sorry, I forgot something. The first people I will fire at the crime scene are half of our police force. You can't be a policeman and be as fat as I am. You need to train. Criminals are going to run away from you. We need fit policemen. We shall give them 2 years to get a body like Ombiza. We need fit policemen. Our policemen must train. We will have policemen undertake lie detector test. If you are a criminal in police clothes, we can't take you. We will put you somewhere else for your second chance, but we can't take you as a policeman. Number 4, people don't have jobs. And people, I want you to listen to what I'm saying to you. Some of you don't have work. Listen to what I'm saying to you now. The reason why you don't have jobs is not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not looking for a job. It's because your leaders are lazy to think. I'm going to make you 4 examples of the laziness to think. We are sitting on 2 billion unmined gold. Unmined gold is gold that is still in the ground. We were, during apartheid, we were the #1 gold producing country in the world. We had that record. The #1 gold producing country in the world. Today, we are not even in the top 10. Countries like Ghana has overtaken us. Not because of you, but because your government can't think. I will invest money and let investors come in and invest money in the gold industry. I will relax applications for licenses, and I will make a 7-day rule. When you apply on a Monday, you will know next week on Monday, did you fail or did you succeed? We shall remove all red tape in the mining industry, be it gold, be it copper, be it platinum, be it diamonds, be it chrome, be it iron ore, be it manganese. We shall relax all restrictions for investment to come in. Where government has to invest money, government shall invest money. And that will happen. No unrefined raw minerals will leave our country. Not a single one. Whether it is the sea, the fish in the sea, they must buy fish from us that's already packaged with made in South Africa on it. Ask yourself one question. When last did you see anything with a label made in South Africa? I'm bringing made in South Africa back. By fire or by force, it's coming back. And with it, jobs will be coming back. We will make our clothes here. We will make our food here. We will work our gold here. We will work our diamonds here. We will work our iron ore, our platinum. I shall build smelters so that the people's children and people can get jobs. The time has come for us to take our destiny into our own hands.